I remember going out, on country, particularly with elders. When you go out with elders and you harvest things, it's such a beautiful and an emotional experience, being able to connect to country and to your elders. And this is something that we can try to get happening in our school when it's ready to harvest those plants. Now that we have created a lovely connection and relationship with our elders, invite them back in to this space and ask them, how do we harvest these plants? How do we do it appropriately and connect it to the old ways of how we harvested these plants for thousands of years? By harvesting, collecting the fruits, the foods, whatever it is, you're really getting and gaining a deep connection to a process and a practice that has happened for so many years. And what is really important is learning how we do this sustainably. As traditionally, we always took only what we need and not what we greed. So this one is actually a chocolate lily. And when you smell those little flowers, they smell a little bit like chocolate. But the main part of the plant that we use is actually underground. So if I dig down a little bit, hopefully I'll be able to show you some of the yummy roots that we can harvest. So you might see they're starting to stick out of the ground. So I'll just pick one and I'll let the other ones continue to grow in there. Okay, and that's another important thing about harvesting and stuff. We'll go to each plant, we'll just take a little bit, okay? We always leave enough for the plant to continue to grow, okay? It's an important part of how we harvest and important part of our culture. Another wonderful process and practice within this is to be able to collect a good amount of resources that can then be shared with the greater community. And by sharing and giving back to that First Nation community, you are then showing the appreciation you have for all of that wonderful knowledge that you have learnt through them. Something that I would really love to see going into the future and creating these gardens all across Australia is, again, that deeper understanding of our cultures and that deeper connection to our cultures, the first cultures and the first people of these lands. I feel that creating these gardens is a really basic but amazing way to do that. But most of all, go out and have fun when you're doing these gardens, when you're creating these spaces. That is the most important thing, because you have now connected with your traditional custodians of your area. You have now connected with that wonderful, amazing culture of that area, and you have now created an amazing space that is going to be there for years to come.